Hi guys, welcome back to the Watch Mission. Today we've got something sent in from the AboutVintage company, and they were kind enough to send in one of their Blue Turtle dive watches, which we have here, and also kind enough to kind of help me with a giveaway that I would like to do. So we haven't done that in a while. What I'm likely going to do is do a giveaway on Whatnot. So I am going to sell a few things on the Whatnot platform, and it's just a lot easier to sell there without all of the scam and all that stuff that we have to deal with here on YouTube. So just kind of stay tuned here. We'll figure out exactly when I'm going to do that. But for right now, let's go ahead and get into this watch. So first, I would like to say how impressed I am with the packaging. This box is actually very nice. You don't usually get this quality at this price range. And we'll talk about the price a little bit later, but it's under $500. But that is a very solid, very nice box. So everything that they've done as far as packaging, I'm very impressed with. So the cool part about this one is I've had maybe one or two others run through here that have this, but this has the sweeping hand. Love the color combination. The dial is really just amazing, but the color combination of that real dark navy blue, they call these they're turtle dive watches. So the turtle dial, which is very, very textured. I'll put some pictures up where you saw some here in the beginning as well. But the dial is absolutely stunning. And you know, my friend here in Columbus, Alexander of Alexander Jewelers, you know, whenever I went there before, I was always talking about the movement or where it's made or whatever. And that, as important as that is, and he agrees, he really got me into just, let's look at the artistry of the dial and kind of take that in, because that's where really all the passion kind of lies. So I do appreciate that at this price range that they're doing something so unique with that dial. It is I think it's 200, yes it is, it's 200 meter water resistance. And it does have a unidirectional crown. The action on it is absolutely perfect. Just the right amount, like you're not gonna bump it. It lines up perfectly. There's zero back play on there, so you can't really ask for anything better than that. It does have a sapphire dome crystal that you can see on there. And the finishing on it, you do have some polish, but quite a bit of it here is brushed. And of course you have the signed crown over there as well. And as far as fit and finish, and you will see I've got a lot of the plastic that's still kind of left on there because I do want to give this away in new condition. I will admit I did wear it for 2 days just to kind of try it so that I could give you guys a good review. And I was just very impressed. I took off the bracelet. It does have a quick release on the bracelet, which is great. So they were just really easy to pop off. And I put on a leather strap just so that I wouldn't scuff up the bracelet at all. But the clasp itself looks really good. It is also signed. By the way, I really love the simple logos. That makes a world of difference to me. So I do appreciate that simplicity. And these are made in Denmark. They're not really, they're not known for being boisterous or anything. So that just fits exactly their style there as well. It's got plenty of adjustment here on the clasp, and the only part about the clasp that is milled is, of course, this little part here and the part where you can adjust. You know, I appreciate that they didn't do anything stamped here. This is very solid. All the links are very solid, really good fit and finish. I think they did an awesome job there. We'll take a look at their website though. Some of the other stuff that they offer is really amazing. These new 1960s, this one especially, to me it looks a lot like the old Heuer, the tag watches that were Porsche design, all that stuff. So to me it kind of has that same look to it, and I really do appreciate that. But then they've also got these kind of Bauhaus style watches that are really on point. I love the hands. I love what they did there as well. And they just, when it comes to what dial you want and what color face you want, I mean, they're all over the place here. They've got a ton of different options. But this specific watch, the 1926 at sea, what I do appreciate about it is the level of detail that they went to when it comes to everything that you see and touch, right? There's nothing on this watch feels inexpensive at all. It just has an amazing look to it. You know, their pictures here are great. Hopefully I'll show you some more that are close up here as well. But you can throw any I tried a bunch of different straps on here, and it's definitely a strap monster of a watch. You can throw anything on there. The only downside I will say to this watch is lume is okay. It's certainly not great. You know, today I'm wearing the Zelos, and very few things are ever going to match the Zelos, but it still leaves a little to be desired in its own right. I would like to see them, you know, do a little bit different lume on there, but that's the only possible thing that I could think of to kind of pick on. Measurements out of this watch, it's 39.5 as far as the case itself. It has a 20 millimeter strap. It's about 12 millimeters high. Like I said before, it's got the VH31 sweeping second hands cord, so it's gonna be bulletproof. And when I got up close on this, you know, I'm using two different macro lenses here. One's a 90 millimeter, and then the other is a 90x5. So I'll show you those here in a second. But I was floored by how well it was executed here. As far as, I know that the dial is stamped, but still you would expect some flaws on there, and you just didn't have any. There just were no flaws on there at all, no scuffs, no marks or anything. Once you get super up close to the hands, you might be able to see one or two things that I'll show you, but you know, unless you're at an absolute microscopic level, you're not gonna see those. Again, I love their logo. I think that's fantastic. But here you can really see the texture on that dial, and it really plays with the light in the sun. It looks really good. So, you know, here's that logo up close, and you can see there's just nothing on the dial. Everything that you might see here might be just a little bit of dust on my lens, but there was nothing on the watch itself. And then up close, you know, I've seen watches that are $2,000 that don't have hands that are this clean. You get just a little bit of a mark there. There's no possible way to see that with the naked eye. But the hands themselves look really, really sharp. They did an awesome job here. And then some of the printing, I know you can kind of see through a little bit of that, but again, with the naked eye, you can't see anything. It doesn't look like there's any overprint. I'd much rather have a slight underprint that they have here than any kind of an overprint. So did just an amazing job there. And here again, you can kind of see how the light plays with the different areas of the dial. It looks good. I'm very, very anxious to try some other of their watches. I really do want to take a look at their 1960s. Those look outstanding to me. But this is just one hell of a watch at $399 price. And you know, you can choose different straps to come with it, and you actually get free engraving on the back there as well if you're going to do that for a gift, or if you just want it for yourself and kind of note what time or event you got it for yourself. But just want to thank AboutVintage. This is absolutely fantastic. I would like for everyone to check out their website, and then just kind of pay attention a little bit to the channel here. I'll let you guys know when I'm going to be on Whatnot to give this away. I really would like you to, you know, like the video here and make a comment so that I can kind of track who's going to be on Whatnot. But I can say the opportunity here to win is going to be phenomenal. You're going to have a really good chance. I mean, you know, I've seen a lot of Whatnot streams have 30 to 50 people. You know, Watch Chris, for example, has, you know, maybe 150, but he's got, you know, tens of thousands of followers, and I certainly don't. So it would really be great for you guys to jump in and get a really good chance at winning this versus someone who just logs into YouTube, makes a comment, and then steals the watch. So I want to watch enthusiasts to have this. I'm going to be doing that kind of thing with several other watches that I have. They're right off to the side here. I'm tempted to show you guys, but it's all right. I'll wait and kind of announce some of that stuff on Instagram. But absolutely check these guys out, please. Highly recommended. I love all the other designs that they have out there. And once again, thank you, AboutVintage.